Welcome to the Tech Mechanic. Before we begin, this video is part of our Complete Solution Architecture Master Series. We've already covered topics like shopping app architecture, API gateway, and many more real-world architecture concepts. If you are new to the series, I strongly recommend watching the playlist from the beginning. Every lesson builds on the previous one, creating a structured roadmap to becoming a confident solution architect. With that said, let's dive into today's topic. Imagine you are using Gmail. You open your inbox, switch to Google Drive, then YouTube, and later Google Photos. Have you noticed that Google doesn't ask you to enter your password every few seconds? Yet every service knows who you are. How is that possible? The answer is something called a JWT or JSON Web Token. Today, let's understand how JWT works using a simple shopping app example. Imagine if every API request required your username and password. Opening the homepage, viewing products, adding items to the cart, and placing an order would all require logging in again. This would create a terrible user experience and overload authentication servers. Architects solve this problem using tokens. A JWT, or JSON Web Token, is like a digital identity card. After you successfully log in, the server generates a signed token and sends it to your application. Instead of sending your username and password again, your application sends this token with every request. The server trusts the token because it has been digitally signed. A JWT has three parts. The header contains information about the token type and signing algorithm. The payload contains claims such as the user's ID or role. The signature ensures that the token hasn't been modified. If anyone changes the payload, the signature becomes invalid, and the server rejects the token. Let's return to our shopping app. The customer logs in once using their username and password. The authentication service generates a JWT. Every future request, whether viewing products, adding items to the cart, or placing an order, includes the token instead of the password. This makes the application both secure and efficient. Google uses a similar concept. After you authenticate, Google issues secure tokens that allow multiple Google services to recognize your identity. You don't need to log in separately to Gmail, Drive, YouTube, or Photos because each service can validate your token. Architects usually use two types of tokens. The access token is short-lived and is used for normal API requests. The refresh token lasts much longer and is only used to obtain a new access token when the old one expires. This improves both security and user experience. JWT is secure only when used correctly. Never store passwords or confidential information inside a token. Always send tokens over HTTPS, keep access tokens short-lived, and use refresh tokens for long sessions. Following these best practices protects users from token theft and replay attacks. JWT is ideal for APIs, mobile applications, cloud-native systems, and microservices because it enables stateless authentication. For very small applications, server sessions may still be sufficient. Architects choose JWT when scalability and distributed systems are important. Let's summarize. A JWT is a secure digital identity token issued after successful authentication. Instead of sending your password with every request, you send the token. This enables scalable, stateless authentication across multiple services. Great architects design systems where users authenticate once but remain securely connected across the entire platform. Let's see a real-world case study for Google Workspace. Ever wonder how you can log into Google once and instantly open Gmail, YouTube, and Google Drive without typing your password again and again? Normally, a website needs to check who you are every single time you click a page. But asking for your password on every single click would be annoying, slow, and highly insecure. This is exactly where JWT, or JSON Web Tokens, come into play. Let's look at a real-world case study, Google Workspace. When you first log into Google, the system authenticates you. It verifies your identity. But instead of holding on to your password, Google generates a secure, digital pass, a JWT. 1, 2, 3, 4. Think of this token like a digital wristband at an amusement park. Once you have it on, Gmail looks at the token and lets you in. Google Drive accepts the exact same token. YouTube and Google Photos do too. You authenticate just once, but you securely access multiple independent services. So, what is the ultimate architect's lesson here? Passwords prove your identity once at the very beginning. A JWT proves your identity on every single request without ever risking your password again. In our next video, we'll explore RBAC versus ABAC and understand how enterprises decide who can access what.